Hi everyone, I'm Nagamai Nacho from Avanico Technologies. Right. So, this lockdown period is going for a very long time, and you would be given a million of tasks by your company, right? And you have to complete it one by one with priorities and with deadlines. You have to cope with that, and you have to remember each and everything, right? So, how do you cope up with that every time? I'm Nagamai Nacho from Avanico Technologies. Right. So, this lockdown period is right. So we at Avanico Technologies have developed a mobile application for that purpose. So that mobile application will give you reminders and notifications then and there so that you can complete your task at every time perfectly. And the interesting part is that mobile application is integrated with SAP Business One. So how do you actually do that? For that purpose, first let me tell you what is basically a task list. So a task list is a list of tasks that has to be performed at a certain amount of time, and that has to be done with priorities and deadlines have to be met, right? So that can be integrated with SAP Business One through mobile application, and that is what we at Avanico have done, right? So let me show you a basic screen in the SAP Business One. Okay, I'll share my screen now. So this is an SAP screen basically. And how do you open a task here is, I'll open a new task. So in the main menu, inside the CRM, you have something called activity. So when you open this is a screen which will be shown for the activity. And you have various tasks, say like phone calls, meetings, tasks, notes, campaigns, and others. See, basically, what are the purpose of this activity screen means? Say, for example, if you have the sales team for your company and that sales team should convert a lead to a customer, they have to keep on following up with that lead. And then they have to arrange for meetings and campaigns. They have to go talk to them. They have to make a phone calls very often. So how do they keep track of all these stuffs? So for that purpose, they can use this activity screen so that they can have reminders very often. They can even make it like active or inactive. They can even see the opportunities that have been won or lost. All this can be tracked to this one screen of activity. So basically, if I put in this activity, then it will pop up in my calendar in SAP Business One, as well as we'll also get alert messages here. But for that purpose, you have to log in into SAP Business One, right? But it will be much more easier if you get the notifications through phone. So that is what we at Avanico have done. So first, let me tell you what is this activity screen in SAP Business One, and then we'll go for the integration, right? So now I'll just create a sample activity. So take, for example, I'm just selecting something called meeting so that my sales team is going to meet those clients so that if they like a product, they'll become a customer. So in that case, I'm just creating an activity called meeting here. And in the type, I'm just creating something called generic, right? This can also be used for the service managers who should follow up with the customers where the products that have been sold should be brought under our this one for service. So for that, it can be used. And also for the management people who should assign tasks to the employees, and they have to get it updates from the employees if they complete it. For that purpose also, this activity can be used. So in the subject, I can just define everything. So here I'm just creating a subject called statutory. And the very important thing in this task is you can assign it to any one of the users. So basically, they have to be created as users in SAP Business One so that these names will be segregated, will be displayed here. So now I'm assigning an activity to manager ID. So manager is actually my user here in the demo database. And I can just define the start time and end time. And once I define it, automatically the duration will be captured. Take, for example, if I'm just having the start time is now and the end time is tomorrow, then it will be automatically captured as 1 day and 15 minutes. So you can give all the details. And if it is going to be a particular business partner that we are going to follow up, then we can also define the business partner code here. So I'm just giving something called test. So then here it can be done. And if I need the reminder, then I can just set it for 15 minutes or any time which I require, right? And also I can add the document. And there are many other things here. I'll also explain everything. If it's going to be a recurring activity, it can be defined here also. So that you don't need to create the activity each and every time. Say, for example, every day morning at 11 o'clock, I want my sales manager to come and update me the details. I'm giving him a reminder here. I'm setting him an activity for him. I'll set it for daily and I'll ask him to see this activity and come and update me every day morning. So I can just repeat it every day, every weekdays or weekends. That can also be defined here, and the time that have to be defined, the start and end date. So everything can be defined here, right? In the other details, you can give like the details of the recurrence number and the activity type that you're going to do that here. And also, if you're using project management in your SAP Business One, and that can also be linked here. And you can define in which stage your project is in. And in the content, you can type whatever you want. If there's any remarks or something, you can just type it here. And in the linked documents, sorry. And in the linked documents, you can take, for example, if the sales team is actually has sent a quote to your customer, and then they have to follow up with the customer, then those sales quotations can be linked here. So once they open the sales quotation, they'll be knowing for what products and for what cost they have been given the quote to the customer. And using those details, they can follow up with the customer, and then they can convert the quotation into the order. So those documents, those marketing documents can be linked in this linked document. And if there are any more attachments to be done here, that can also be given in this activity screen. So right. So if I add this activity, it will pop up in the, it will be shown in the calendar of SAP Business One, and also it will be sending his alert messages to the users for whom this activity has been assigned to. Right. So now I'll tell you how this activity has been linked with SAP Business One. But for that purpose, I have to have that SAP Business One mobile application, integrated mobile application in my phone here too. Right. So now I'm just changing from the manager ID to the Taskien, because now I'm going to put my Taskien, my Taskien user in the mobile application, and I'm just adding this activity. I've added it, and now I'll show my phone screen. So this is basically a to-do list, which is done by Avanico Technologies. So in the user code, I'm giving Taskien, because as you remember, the Taskien was the user for whom I've assigned the activity to, right? And in the password, I'm giving it. Right, I'm just signing into it. So once I sign in, I'll be shown what are the activities that have been defined for the Taskien user. Perfect. So once I log in, I'll just have what are the tasks here. So these tasks say like today I have to do a phone call and a meeting. So both are a medium priority. It is not that important, it seems. Even you can set the priorities like medium, high, or low. If it is going to be very high, then it will be popped up in the red color. So that also I'll show you here. So once the Taskien person, has completed this task. So this is a Taskien user ID, and I'm a salesperson here. So once I do this task, what I'll do is I'll just select this option so that I've completed this task. So this was a meeting that I've created just now, right? So now when I view my SAP Business One screen, and when I refresh it, you can see that this activity would have been closed. So this is a meeting, this is a activity that I've created now, and this is being closed because I completed this, the Taskien user has completed this activity, so they've closed it. And similarly, you can see the previous one called phone call. If I just click that into option, then that will go to an inactive mode. I mean, if the person was completed it, will put in tick mark, or if they have not completed it, they'll put an into mark in it. So similarly, those tasks, the superiors can know if the task has been completed or they have left it inactive. That can be known by this purpose. And now I can also create a task here. So here also, if I can create a new task, so that if I want to log in, if I log into the SAP Business One, there also it will be shown in that activity screen. So that is also possible. So if I create a new task here, it will again show me the details that was there in the SAP Business One. So here you can see phone calls, meeting, tasks, and everything. Take, for example, I'm selecting a phone call here. I'm just selecting a start date and an end date. So start date will be today again, 3 o'clock probably. Okay. And end date also can be defined. Perfect. So the details, it's demo purpose, and the priority can also be set here. It's high priority. If I have the customer name, I can include it, else I can just leave it as it is. So if I'm saving it, so activity has been created. So once I refresh it, this activity comes down here. And similarly, when I go to the SAP Business One screen, that will be displayed there. And now I'll create a high priority task so that will be displayed in the red color. I'll show you how that works. So I'm creating a type called service now for the phone call activity. And in the subject, I'm putting AC service, for example, and I'm assigning it to the user called Taskien. If I have the user of manager ID, then I can assign it to the manager ID and show it in my mobile screen. So I'm putting the priority as high priority, and I'm giving some content. Please check it as soon as possible. Right now I'm adding it. So it is a phone call for the AC service. So when I see my phone screen, so when I refresh it, it will show me that activity below. So in the phone call, it's 17/4 start date and end date, and it has a high priority. See, it's been displayed in the red color. So which means I have to complete it immediately. So likewise, I can just integrate my, we at Avanico have integrated the mobile application with SAP Business One. So this becomes very easy. You don't need to check your laptop. You don't need to log into SAP Business One very often. So whatever you do there, it gets reflected in your mobile phone. One second. So whatever you do there, it gets reflected in your mobile phone, and also whatever you create in your mobile phone, it gets reflected in SAP as well. It goes hand in hand similarly, and so it becomes very easy. You know, you don't need to carry your laptops or desktops wherever you go. Just a phone is enough for you to work, and for you to get reminded of all your tasks that has to be completed then and there. So if you want your SAP Business One also to get integrated with SAP Business One, then please don't hesitate to contact us. And also, not only this, we have a hell lot of plans to do with this mobile application. Take, for example, we are in the process of integrating SAP Business One, this mobile application, to do mobile application, and also the Google Calendar. So probably even if your phone is outside or in some other room, don't worry. If you have logged into your web browser and you've logged into Google, then in that you will get the in the Google Calendar, you'll get updates and notifications then and there. And also, if there is any uncompleted task and that has to be reminded, then WhatsApp integration is also possible with this. So whenever your task is incomplete, you'll get a reminder or notifications in WhatsApp asking you to complete it. So by this, we can just have a great follow-up with the people who have assigned tasks to us, as though for the people whom we have assigned the task to. So in both the ways, we'll get benefited. And there are many more integrations we have done. So for all those videos, visit our page at YouTube, Avanico Technology, so that you'll find so much of integrations and technologies that we've done with SAP Business One. And in this lockdown, don't waste your time. See all the videos and gain so much of knowledge about SAP Business One and all the technologies that we have done with it. So if you have any other technologies or anything to be integrated with SAP Business One, then please do put it in the comment and we'll definitely contact you for the details. And please do like, share this video with your friends and colleagues, and especially for the end users who are using SAP Business One. So they'll also have a clear idea of everything that we have done, and they'll get benefited if they want it, right? And in this lockdown, stay home, stay safe. Thank you.